This short presentation describes how the SEBoK Wiki is formatted and controlled. SEBoK is one of the products of the BKCASE project. To find out more about BKCASE and SEBoK, visit the BKCASE website. The SEBoK is organised into 7 parts, shown here. A discussion of how these parts help to define the scope of systems engineering related knowledge can be found elsewhere on the BKCASE website. These 7 parts provide the structure of the SEBoK. SEBoK is published using a wiki format. The ways in which we've used this technology to balance flexibility with rigour are discussed at the end of this presentation. Before that, here's a quick overview of the wiki itself. A toolbar on each page provides useful links to the SEBoK front matter, an expandable tree to aid navigation, and links to glossary, reference and other tools. The wiki is organised around the 7 parts shown on the previous slide. Each part is then split into a number of knowledge areas. A knowledge area provides a brief overview and then a set of topics within which the guide to the BoK itself is described. Only one level of decomposition is used and articles are limited in size. Our aim is to keep the SEBoK structure simple and for each topic article to be a relatively standalone and concise discussion of a coherent area of knowledge. We hope that this allows users to navigate freely around the SEBoK and not be constrained to read it as a top-down book format. It is possible to download the whole or parts of the SEBoK in a more traditional PDF format. A topic article will contain a short explanatory text and diagrams, providing the guide to the body of knowledge topic under discussion. There are links to related SEBoK articles as appropriate and references to wider reading. This must be publicly available, but may not always be free to use. In addition, each article will give a short list of primary references for the topic. Each of these gets its own page, which summarises how the primary texts have been used across the SEBoK. Finally, a glossary of terms is provided and linked from the text. We do not give every possible definition of terms, but may provide more than one definition from primary literature, plus discussions to represent the breadth of usage of some terms across the body of knowledge. As discussed, the SEBoK is published as a freely navigatable wiki. Our intention is not to provide the completely open structure of something like Wikipedia, but to use the technology to give a forum for community review and contribution within a framework of controlled releases of the SEBoK as a whole. There are 2 versions of the SEBoK Wiki, which users can interact with. The SEBoK Wiki itself contains the public version of the wiki. PDF archives of previous versions are available. The SEBoK Sandbox is an open wiki in which we can explore new ideas without affecting the published text. The SEBoK Draft Wiki is used by the editorial board and is not open to everyone. How does this interaction work? Anyone can read and use the SEBoK for free and can comment directly within any article without changing the published text. Our registered contributors are the people who help to create and review new SEBoK content over time. Authors and reviewers can update and discuss potential new content via the sandbox. The BKCASE editors are responsible for the process by which this suggested content becomes part of the published wiki. They are responsible for finding contributors, directly or from volunteers. They also select mature new content and move it into the draft wiki. The BKCASE editor-in-chief, supported by a small staff and senior editors, oversees the appointment of editors and the final review and publication of material. So in summary, the SEBoK Wiki is open to all, read-only, anyone can comment. This wiki is then updated twice a year with new material taken from community review and discussion. The draft wiki is used by the editors only. It's used for compilation review of the final material and is related to a particular update. The sandbox is open to all. Comments, suggested content and collaboration can be done within the sandbox without affecting the current published version of the SEBoK. Contributors must register to be part of this contribution. The sandbox is used by editors as a source of new content. To manage this process, the BKCASE editorial board operates a rolling calendar of authoring, 3 months during which the sandbox is open and used to work with contributors and users, publication, 3 months during which new material is edited, reviewed and then published. This allows us to maintain a regular update schedule to accommodate the evolution of systems engineering knowledge, while sustaining relevance and quality of our content. More significant changes in knowledge are dealt with by the editorial board as a whole in its planning and outreach process. Thank you for listening to this presentation. If you have any comments or queries, please contact us via the BKCASE website, where you can also find out more about our plans for future evolution of the SEBoK, the structure and organisation of the BKCASE project, and ways in which you or your organisation can get more involved. Thank you.